I'm looking. Please talk about punk ass bitches. I'm looking. We come from the bottom, and he cleans us off, and he raises us up. Raises us up. A man can lay with a man, but it's reached a point of, I believe, sexual attraction for Philip.
Enough with the being completely unfair to me and trying to make it out like I'm a villain. Go fuck yourselves. Literally, lick the shit in my asshole. I don't care about any of you. You're all insignificant humans. None of you will ever do anything with your lives. Get fucked.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Bloodshed and bullets.
You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you.
On diarrhea day, dog.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Doodle let the trickle.
You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you.
Sounds good.
Coming for you. Coming for you. Turn on the oven. Coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you. Over-sexualize everything. Five guys. Fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. Five guys. Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife. Five guys. Sex with my wife. Oiled up. Slippery. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sex with my wife. Tyrone. Kevin. Kilmurray. 7. My wife is squirting everywhere. Oiled up. Sauce all over her ass. Five guys. Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife. Five guys. Sex with my wife. Oiled up. Slippery. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sex with my wife. Lurk at mom. Who?
The child.
This started about 10 years ago. I was depressed, I was an alcoholic. That was the start of my YouTube career. Today, many years later, things are a lot better, that's for sure. That is for certain. It is certain. Things, it is certain. Raw,
Real tail.
got the bag, bro. Got the tips, got the plastic cups. Wheel tail jam, bro.
Real tail.
Bro. Wheel tail jam. Former pro player, former alcoholic, right? Drinking liquor all day long. Good variety of stuff. We'll even have an incentive if someone contributes a very large contribution. I will take a shot of a special liquor that I have not revealed yet. I'm not getting drunk. Absolutely not. Bruh.
Real tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the tips, right? Plastic cups. Wheel tail jam. Bruh.
Real tail.
You need Jesus. Philip. Consume.
Real tail.
Day after day after day.
Bro.
If you you.
Bruh, real hell. Got the bag, bro. Got the chips, right? Plastic cups. Will Tails Jam. Got the bag, bro. Real hell. Got the bag, bro. Got the real hell.
Oh, Philip. How there are times I wish you say I'm divorcing Kat. Oh, there's times I wish I could be the one sitting in the car next to you. But Philip, it's just one day this may come true. Oh, Philip, you complete my butthole. I need you, Philip. Oh, you complete my butthole. Oh, I need you, Philip. Put baby on. I need you, Philip. In between his folds. Oh, Philip. Hot piece of man meat. Stay on top, Daddy. Hot piece of man meat. Because when you're on top, hot piece of man meat, we can enjoy being on the bottom. Oh, Philip, if I could lick your beard, I would. Dog, you complete my butthole, Philip. I need you, Philip. Oh, you complete my butthole. Oh, I love you, Philip. I need you, Philip. Oh, I love you, Philip. Dog, I need you, Philip. You complete my butthole. Oh, Philip, I wish for the day I can rub my slender, feminine hands through your greasy hair. If I could move my woman hips close to you as you're sitting down next to Jasper. Oh, I hate Kat. Kat doesn't deserve you, Philip. You have no idea what you mean.
Let me tell you something, brother. When I hold a man's penis, I tell you what I do. I hold on to it tight, brother. Because if that penis is vodka to Philip, woo, that's how it happens.
Meerkat Mall. Who? I need my boyfriend. Please, spread your legs, dog. Suck my ass, please. Please. Dog, I'm not a good dog. I'm a good sissified boy. Effeminate man, spread your cheeks. They all soft. Dog, I need my boyfriend. Please, spread your leg, dog. Suck my ass, please. Please. Dog. Philip came in from his office with a moist beard, and he wrung out his sweat ring stained shirt. I maneuvered myself over to him and I said, Phil, let me handle the memberships for you. Dog? I'm not a good dog. I need my boyfriend. Please, spread your leg, dog. Suck my ass, please. Please. Dog. I need my boyfriend. Please. Laying on your back, dog. Suck my ass, please. Please. Man, I want to thank everybody for the 1K. We finally made it. We did it, and it could not have happened without you guys.
Why do you think you don't have a kid but you have Jasper as your son? He's not to me my son, he's my pet cat, but I do think of him as my son. Jasper's ready. Jasper's excited.
I basically kind of drifted back into a half sleep. I hear my wife talking to Jasper. He goes, "Oh, Jasper, I can't believe you just did that."
Oh, shit.
And I'm literally walking out the door to get to work. You know, I hope Phil sees that when he wakes up.
What?
I start hearing whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, my mute button was down. Already a disaster stream. Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Devilish Face needs their boyfriend. I am spoken for. I am sorry. At best, I could be a substitute for an approximate boyfriend to anyone that needs one right now, but I am definitely spoken for. Hey, Sadie. Yeah, so this is going to be a shorter one because we don't have a lot of time this morning. I really just want to do a few quick things. Maybe take some listener calls if anybody jumps into the DSPR waiting room on Detractor Beam. But mostly this is going to be me being tired of Phil's shit because he feels that he can determine what is meaningful and what is not. And J Gaming is apparently lubing up. Be very careful, J Gaming. I also agree with incorrect beans. Team Divorce, rise up. We are very much in a Team Divorce mindset around here. Lefty hasn't really made his opinion known because he's taking a break. And while I am at the helm of the channel, solo while he's gone, I say we are Team Divorce. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, the mute button was on. The mute button was on the whole time. Yeah, the mute button was on. Because I keep my microphone open at all times, but I have a microphone going into like my pre-stream music scene and stuff, and I don't want you guys to hear myself talking to myself while I'm setting up the stream. That would be weird. So I mute it. So yeah, I was supposed to do this Friday night, but my family got in the way. I had family-related stuff to do. Oh, Devilish Face says they're on Team Nothing Burger and Toothgate. Yeah, I've heard Indrid and Snood's theories about Toothgate. And he definitely has teeth stuff going on. There's no doubt. As someone who has suffered from severe gingivitis in the past, I can say Phil probably has severe gingivitis because the painful bites only mean either like a tooth that is decayed through the bone to the gums, which hurts a lot, or severe gingivitis and a receding gum line, which also hurts a lot. Basically, if fluid is touching where your teeth are supposed to hit your gums and there's no barrier there because of lack of gum care, that's what causes the painful bites. And as I said, I know this because I had severe gingivitis not too long ago and had to do a lot to fight the infection. So brush your teeth and floss, kids. We're gonna watch a couple of things today. I'm gonna take my royalty-free corporate music down. And we're just going to watch a few things. This is the original thing that got me a bit spurgy. So this is from Raw Phil. So this is the raw content. I felt it important to watch something that wasn't an edit or anything like that. I wanted to get as raw of the raw content as I possibly could without giving Phil another view because fuck him. So Devilish Face advises if you could only be bothered to floss once, do it at night. That's actually correct because while you sleep, bacteria just multiplies and multiplies and multiplies, especially if you sleep with your mouth open. If you sleep with your mouth open and you're a mouth breather at night, then your mouth dries out, and actually the lack of saliva in your mouth becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. Your heinous bacterial culture, the good bacteria in your mouth from your saliva, actually protects you from gum disease. So if you're an open mouth sleeper at night, yes, floss at night if you can only do it once. So let's hit it. I've gotten derailed by gum talk. This is Disaster Stream Gum Radio. That sounds suspiciously like cum, so I'm sorry about that. But let's watch this bullshit. I don't know. I forgot if Raw Phil boosts the audio.
Street Fighter. That's like my.
I'll boost him. I can tell that's not going to be enough. There we go.
Outlet to feel like, wow, I just really put a lot of time and effort and skill into this, and I win the match, and it's super good, right? But then in Street Fighter, if I just can't get things going, it's one thing if it's one match or two. If it's like 10 matches in a row and the fucking thing will not work.
I included this part because
I feel like I'm
this is
wasting my
him.
time. I don't like putting out.
This is him
content
kind of talking
that I feel
about
has-
what he thinks is meaningful. He thinks it's meaningful to succeed at Street Fighter. That is how he currently defines. That is how he currently defines what is meaningful. And that's kind of pathetic if you derive meaning from succeeding in a game online on stream. So actually, a guy with two names raises a good point. Sam should be here for Gum Radio. If we're going to talk about gums and dental health, you're correct. He also has a lot of cuts on his tongue, as we know.
There's no meaning. I'm gonna repeat that for all of you, okay? I really don't like putting out content that I feel has no meaning. And that is the major difference between me and probably the vast majority of people on the internet who make content for YouTube, is that a lot of them just don't care. They just put out whatever, as long as someone watches it and they make money on it, they don't care what it is. They'll sit there taking a shit and record it. You know, they'll sit there screaming at a camera.
So guy with two names, you're here. He just talked about taking a shit and recording it. Did he not actually do that? Did he not actually take a shit and record it? Or was that a joke? Or am I just fabricating a whole clip that I saw? There's definitely a video of him on the toilet saying stuff. So he's done that. He's done that.
They'll act like an idiot. They'll make completely fluff garbage. They'll watch someone else's content and go,
yes is meaningful. Oh, Incorrect Beans doesn't want us to summon Darish. Yeah, you're right.
Do.
I need to be careful.
I want to be putting out meaningful.
The Darish bots are coming.
If I feel like I put out something that's crappy or worthless, it hurts me because I don't want to waste your time as my viewing audience. Do you understand?
So this is the thing that this is the thing that really got to me. Phil thinks he can decide. Okay, thank you, Midlife. He was on the toilet pretending to take a shit in one clip when he was fat. Yeah, I thought so. I remember seeing like a Mighty D compilation or something where that clip was totally on there. Here, I'm gonna bring the corporate music up because I'm gonna talk for a bit, probably paused. But the thing is, he thinks that he has the authority to tell people what is meaningful. And meaning is very much in the eye of the beholder, right? Like, what is meaningful to you is going to be different for me, for Lefty, for Snood, Indrid, Decepticon, any of the inner circle boyfriends, right? We're going to have a different idea of what's meaningful. And there's a lot of dumb shit in my life that's incredibly meaningful. I'll give you an example. One random dumb song that is very oh, Sadie put a clip in the chat. You're derailing me, Sadie, but I trusted you with a wrench. Here, hold on. Let's see what this is.
All right, everyone. So we've got a problem.
All right, we're already derailed. All right, here we go. Let's go. I don't even really know what this is.
A problem that requires the proper tools to remedy. So, what's been happening?
Oh, I remember this. Here, let's take this down.
We've got a problem with the toilet in the master bedroom. This toilet
Towel head Leanna. That's a cute look.
Here's what happens when
Her towel head wrap. That is actually a very cute look. I'm into it.
And then it fills up. Watch what happens with this toilet. See what happens? The water does not go down smoothly. What's happening is that there's got to be something clogged in that pipe. Whether it's
right, Indrid. I think it's a very cute look. Actually, I'm into it.
Something stuck in that pipe
that's not allowing the water to go down quickly. See, now look, the water is very slowly trickling down,
So you want to know, I don't know if they ever solve the mystery, but you want to know what my theory is of what's down there? Because I think Panda is probably a disgusting heathen. It's probably tampons and feminine products. No offense to all you ladies in the chat, but I was an RA for 3 years, resident assistant in college. I had a co-ed floor. There was a girl's side and a guy's side, and I would put signs up on the girl's side in the bathroom, right, telling them, do not flush tampons down the toilet. Please use the designated tampon receptacle, because tampons are hyperabsorbent and they get big and they expand, and they don't expand in the toilet bowl. They'll expand further on down the line, and it'll cause a clog that's impossible to reach. So many of my girls' toilets had to get snaked in college. So I am on Team Tampon for what is clogging the toilet, because I don't know if any of you know 18 to 21-year-old girls, but they're fucking disgusting. No offense, Sadie, but your age demographic is fucking disgusting when it comes to residential living situations. So I think Panda clogged the toilet for tampons. Yep, Team Tamp, Indrid. Yes, 100%. In my experience, and I'm not a woman, obviously, but in my experience in being in charge of a wing full of women, college women, when I was an RA, this is probably what it was.
Down. So what I need to do is clear this up.
I'm sorry,
there's only
Sadie.
Two ways to do it. One would be a toilet snake, which is disgusting. I know my dad used to use them all the time.
Oh, merch. Okay, thank you. I shouldn't assume it's merch, but Misery Merchant, thank you. It is possible the previous owners left a surprise.
What's called the clear guard.
Because deep clogs can sit in the pipes for like weeks before they're a problem, and then like one little ball of toilet paper will plug the hole.
It basically launches air into your fucking toilet.
This is great. This is so meaningful.
It's like what you do to the toilet, only reverse.
Sadie is not gross. Sadie is not gross. I envision Sadie as a lovely person.
So the hopes of this is that the air that's going to come out of this thing is going to blow whatever that clog is out of the pipe, and this is going to.
Oh, I got to go back for Indrid real quick. Hold on. Listen to Indrid. Listen to how he said blow.
Putting stuff in is really getting stuff out.
So the hopes of this is that the air that's going to come out of this thing is going to blow whatever that clog is
blow.
out of the pipe, and this is going to.
I know Indrid loves those.
But they have lots of precautions you have to take. Right?
He did record himself taking a shower twice as Guy with Two Names, our lore expert over here points out.
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna spread this out in the toilet like this, okay? They also said to tape
Big ups cargo shorts, dude. I miss cargo shorts. I don't wear them nearly enough. I just don't wear shorts anymore.
I'm gonna tape this fucker down. This toilet.
Wait.
I'm not taking chances, man. I'm keeping this towel.
Why is he taping it to the toilet with packing tape?
You think you live in Iran or something?
Whoa, Phil.
If shit literally goes flying, the last thing I want is to take another shower.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Misery Merchant. Panda is LARPing. Panda is LARPing hard. Yeah, this look. Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Not to his fucking crack. This look, I don't know. Something about this. It's weird and frumpy, but I kind of think it's cute. I'm like in the opposite camp of Snood. I think Panda looks better with more clothing covering her. I don't know. I think Snood and I disagree on that, but this is a very cute, weird look to me. I don't know what's going on. It's making me feel things.
So, that's not step 2. They even said it's so serious. Use the toilet seat to support it down because it might.
Thank you, Midlife. I'm so happy you support my my predilections.
Take proper safety precautions. Be sure there's no flying debris that could hit you in the face.
I also want to point out he's using packing tape in and around the toilet, which is useless. Like, if he's gonna tape anything to a surface that could potentially be wet, he needs to use duct tape. But anybody that's done like a basic level of home repair would know that.
Or the hands. So I bought this safety gear, which we'll now use.
Timothy, yeah, she does look like a disappointed mom. Maybe I'm into that. I don't know. I don't know. I need to self-examine. Maybe I'm into that.
Could burn your hands off if it touches. I should be wearing a full hazmat suit, but they were out. I couldn't rent any. They were all out. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell? I can't even put this on there. All right. I'm ready to unclog the toilet.
Banana Jones, care to elaborate? How does he sound off?
You were just like addicted to taking L.
And I know, Astro, we've got you in the waiting room. We'll get you on. We'll get you on after this clip. I'd be more than happy to hear what you have to say. Thank you for the milestone, Hum Along. Really appreciate it. Here, let me size this up. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate your support.
All right.
I'm actually kind of scared now.
All right, in position. All right, ready? One, on the count of jump. 1, 2.
This is great.
You think that I should push down and see if it works? 1, 2.
Drunk and giddy. Yeah, probably drunk. Probably drunk.
What was that?
I don't know, but I got soaked. My leg is soaked.
Remember, this was the era where gin was on the top of the grocery list, unashamedly. We spotted that in several videos.
In fact, the impact actually knocked this off. Look.
Knocked it off.
It didn't work. All right, let's see what happened here.
Oh god, there's shit everywhere.
All right, they said to flush it. Guess what?
Also, like basic physics here, if you cover the toilet bowl, you're not going to get the suction and the pressure differential needed to force things down the toilet, because you're actually keeping air from filling in the gaps where the water leaves. So he's actually making this whole thing less effective by covering the toilet in plastic, by the way.
It worked. The toilet flushed. I don't trust it.
The toilet flushed. Wow.
No, now we close the door.
Hold on. No, don't close the door. Let's continue it. Wait a second. Let's flush it again. And see if
That's
it
true, Misery Merchant. You could say they're having fun because they're like laughing together. They're having a moment, right?
I think we fixed it.
Nice hair, by the way.
We fixed it.
It literally blew a piece of your hair up.
This is how it's done. That's how you take out a clog. You take serious
Clog.
with your own hands, your own green hands.
His hair is
So I guess
shiny.
That's how you do it.
Okay, I'm taking off my.
It actually
my
works.
Yeah, Timothy, I work in insurance too. Insurance people rise up. He would be the worst homeowner's insurance claimant in the world. He would be the worst claimant.
That worked.
Dude, soak your leg, little shit.
Imagine him having to explain the circumstances of his homeowner's claim. I'd love to be on that service call. I used to take those calls.
Here, you want some?
No.
You want some, Huggy?
Let me see your leg.
Not too wet.
Ew,
My foot and my leg got
It's
wet.
all piss.
It's all over. It's all around the toilet.
It's all piss.
Wait, wipe it down here.
Only piss, not toilet
I think
water.
when we need to air out.
He is playing family. All right. Well, thank you, Sadie, for the clip. After this clip is over, we're going to talk to one of our viewers, Astro. And we're going to go over to the troll phone and see what they have to say.
Hold on, let me look at the mat. It's got the.
Ah, yes, scat. That's right. That's right, Rocketarist. Ah, yes, scat.
Want to have any more advice for the camera on unplugging a toilet? Oh!
See, that's actually kind of funny. That's actually kind of funny. No, Darish, we don't want to see you. All right, we're gonna take it over to the phones in a second. Let me just hop on here. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Astro, hello.
Yeah, hello. Let me just mute. There we go.
Sure. You're on the troll phone at DSPR. How are you today, man?
I'm doing all right. Thank you. I was hoping you were gonna do a DSP radio about this, because I was thinking about the whole rant that Phil had about meaningful versus like fluff content or whatever.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously, the more people say, like, oh, your content is not meaningful, no one gives a shit, except for your dens or your LARPers or whatever, yes, it pisses them off.
Yes.
But, yes, I mean, I talked about it in the Tractor Beam general chat as well. I think we should look at it in a bit of a different way.
Okay, what lens would you propose then?
That basically Phil's content is meaningful because it brought all the detractors together in an actual wholesome community.
I love that, actually, 100%, because we are the community. We are the robust, meaningful, positive community he wishes he had, in a way. Because personally, I can't think of a better community I've been a part of on the internet. I mean, can you, honestly? Because this community rocks, dude.
Yeah, this community is amazing. And I mean, especially if you look at like the artworks that were made, the songs that were made, the amount of people that decided to stream, make videos, improve their streams and videos just to show Phil. You can actually put in effort and make quality content.
Yeah, I've talked to so many people along the way since starting this channel with Lefty to say, I was talking to Snood not too long ago, and Snood was telling me one of the reasons he got into this was to prove that it could be done with like relatively little experience in a short amount of time. You could be better than Phil, and Snood is one of the best streamers and problem-solving guys out there. If you have a streaming problem, Snood can probably find a way, and I haven't come across a single person in this community that has said no if I've ever asked for help. This community is incredibly open, and the fact that Phil calls us no life losers is laughable to me, because these are some of the most interesting people I've ever talked to, honestly.
Yeah, and like the whole thing as well, like when Phil brought up the FGCOS and Prophet went to look into it. Actually, the video managed to blow up apparently, and so many people have contacted him saying, hey, Arturo fucked up my setup, can you please help me?
Well, and Arturo and the people that were hosting FGCOS on, sites and mirrors and stuff like that, they just took it down. They took it down because Prophet's video got so much heat on it, which I love that impact, because Prophet proved that FGCOS was basically like an outdated scam at this point, and now he's actually helping people undo a lot of those mistakes. So big ups, Prophet.
Yeah, like apparently it got to the point where someone actually fried one of their USB ports in a pretty good system they had because of it.
You know what? You can correct me if I'm wrong. I did watch Prophet's breakdown of it. Wasn't he saying something like, what Arturo is asking people to do to install and optimize FGCOS was taking down some of the base thermal controls that Windows had. Ergo, your computer would not shut down if the components got too hot. It would just fry itself in some cases. Is that what was going on?
Yeah, and like the whole, basically anything that would protect against like surges and shit like that would just...
That's pretty important. That's pretty damn important.
And if Phil would have just kept his mouth shut and stayed in his lane as he always claims to be, that video would have never been made, and who knows how many people's PCs and systems would have been busted because of that scam.
Yeah, and like people, I've heard people say that like they feel bad for Arturo for having to take his shit down or whatever. I've asked a few people who have been in the FGC, like Thunder has mentioned this, and like a few others. Arturo is a known scumbag at this point, right? Like that's kind of how people think about him. So I think a scammy OS rapper getting taken down is a very good outcome in this case. I don't feel bad about it at all. It's a net positive for everybody involved, probably even Arturo, right?
I mean, there's a reason he was still friendly with Phil after all this time.
Yeah, because he doesn't care. He obviously doesn't care.
They're basically the same person.
Yes, the fact that last year or whatever it was, people were telling Arturo unironically that he was using the FGC, not the FGC, the DSP defense when all that Maturino shit happened. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, and I mean everything that Phil touches turns to shit eventually, which is also kind of funny. It's like, oh, I have one friend left, and it's like, hey, the FGC is actually using. He's still using that excuse, by the way. I think it was during his last time when he played Aki. He was like, "Oh, you see how they're all playing on PC, so they have less input delay." It's
well, yeah, and he mentioned macros, which I can't confirm because I'm not a tech guy, nor am I a fighting game guy. But Phil was mentioning macros giving PC players an advantage, and I don't think that's true because of the way that the Capcom systems detect inputs. I feel like a lot of that shit would be flagged, in my opinion.
I think the macros was only an excuse for Fightcade.
Okay.
As to why he would never play Fightcade, because people use macros and people cheat and everything like that. But it's like, it doesn't matter. He accuses people in Street Fighter 6 of cheating.
Well, yeah, he accuses. The thing is, his cheating accusation means nothing because he assumes if someone is winning against him, they have some advantage, whether they're cheating or they're running a lag switch. Watch out! Yeah, it's really stupid. But yeah, go ahead.
I really need to find that clip again where someone actually told Phil about lag switches. Or like something you could plug into your console to create artificial lag, and Phil basically called him an idiot and a moron because there's nothing you can do hardware-wise to actually create lag. And it's like nowadays he constantly bitches about it. It's like
you can absolutely you can absolutely induce lag via hardware solutions. You can change settings on your router to create lag. Like, it's pretty basic. There are workarounds you can do. I don't know. He'll say whatever he needs to say when it's convenient for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just the way it is.
But yeah, I think at the end of it, like if the detractor community actually just comes to realize, like, hey, wait, Phil's content is meaningful in the way that, you know, we have this whole community and we're building each other up and we're helping each other out and improving ourselves just to not be Phil. I think that would piss him even more off than just saying, yeah, Phil, your content isn't meaningful, shut up.
You're right. And you know what? You presented my argument for me because the argument that I was making is that meaningful is subjective. What is meaningful to you is not going to be the same for me. But I like the way you framed everything in that it's meaningful to us because I never would have connected with Lefty or Decepticon or Indrid or Snood or any people that I talk to in this community on a regular basis. Anybody that's like in my DMs, right? I never would have known any of you amazing people had Phil not been such an asshole. So that is kind of the silver lining. I guess you could say his content is meaningful, but the detractors still win. I think that is the best way to interpret it.
Oh yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have Indrid screeching on like every single restream.
Crowdred would not exist. No.
Yes.
No Crowdred, no Dr. Cold, no SCP, no Circle of Protection with her and Decepticon, no House of Hate.
No General Snood.
no General Snood. We wouldn't have Lefty's gamer face. There's a lot we wouldn't have. But actually, so we can hang out. I want to at least watch this clip so he can call us no life losers. We haven't even gotten there yet, but I'll share my screen with you so you can watch along if you're gonna hang out here. So I'll share this. Okay, so you'll have the screen.
Like earlier this week on Wednesday. Most of the time that I was playing with Aki was a waste of time because I knew what I was doing and I knew the combos.
Yes,
and I knew what
Street
to do
Fighter
in the
talk.
Situation,
we do not have redeems turned on, Devilish Face.
Terrible.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm working on some
feeling.
DSPR redeems, but nothing's turned on yet.
Tied, and I couldn't even move properly or whatever. You know what I mean?
Aki.
So I am
That's
hoping
right.
that things are better tonight on the late stream. All right, I really hope you'll join me.
And I really
We'll give
hope
it
that,
another
that
shot.
he's gonna try and get a
We'll have to
refund
find
on his
out
combo
and
stick.
go from there. So let's see what happens.
He
6:45
might.
PM tonight,
He'll find a
Aki
way.
returns in Street Fighter 6 for Friday Night Fights.
I mean, if
I
they
go
know
back
it's
to
from
ranked and
Phil,
we try
they're
to do
probably
better
gonna
this time.
deny
And I
him
hope
because
that I
the
can do better this
CEO
time. We're
of
gonna have to
Gamba
find
has
out,
seen
okay?
Phil mash
Yeah.
his fucking fight stick.
Tomorrow is something different.
Did we wait? Did I miss the meaningful part? Hold on. I'll just pull up the transcript. Okay. So there. Okay. And then let's just pop up the transcript and search for meaningful. There we go.
Meaningful content for you. If I feel like I put out something that's crappy or worthless, it hurts me because I don't want to.
It
waste your
hurts
time.
you. It
I'm a
hurts
viewing
him.
audience,
Listen
you
to that.
understand?
It hurts him.
And I do feel like earlier this week on Wednesday, most of the time that I was playing with Aki was a waste of time because I knew what I was doing and I knew the combos.
Here we
and I knew
go.
My content is meaningful. Do you want to know why they hate this?
No,
is
here it
absolutely
is.
hilarious.
This is the clip.
I'm just going to say this. My trolls on the internet
Here we go.
hate the fact that I say that my content is meaningful. Do you want to know why they hate that? Because they can't possibly believe that the thing that I do on the internet that they most hate, because they are losers in life, is actually meaningful to some people. They can't stand it. I make meaningful content. I actually design my content to be meaningful for my audience. That's why I call it curated content. That's why I don't put out fluff garbage content. Deal with it, motherfuckers. You're all losers. Every one of you out there that feels, oh, you feel like pain when I say meaningful content. That's why I'm different from you.
I mean,
because
there's
I
two
actually
things
do
about
posi-
this.
Yes, go ahead.
One, most people hate the fact that he keeps calling it meaningful because he can't even explain what meaningful means.
Right. He doesn't know what it means to him. He can't. Like, Craig literally asked him on the interview, what does meaningful mean to you? And he didn't really have an answer. He didn't have an answer. He was like, well, meaningful content is content that someone thinks is meaningful. No, that's not an answer.
Yeah, I mean, in itself, like, everything has some meaning for someone.
Yes. We'll get into after this clip specifically a very weird thing in a video game that has a lot of meaning to me. And maybe Snood, I don't know, because Snood and I have had conversations about this exact thing I'm about to show you guys. But even dumb things can be meaningful.
Things that mean something.
And
to
I'm going to
someone.
demonstrate that.
All you do is shit on the internet. You are scum, and my content's better than yours. Oh well. Let's continue.
You better take a sip, you fucking sleazy asshole. I don't mind quoting Tevin because that was the sleaziest fucking sip ever. I also come from scum. That's correct. And also, scat has meaning to him. Yes. Thank you, Mortem. So basically, so Astro did it real well in terms of how Phil could be meaningful to us. I think that interpretation is perfect, but also meaningfulness is subjective, and you as the creator cannot determine if something's meaningful. Meaningful cannot be intent. I don't think that's really how it works, because there can be really dumb things, stupid things that are meant to be stupid that are meaningful to someone. Example, the idea, and I'll take the music down for this, the idea of the character of the Fat Man in a game called Metal Gear Solid 2. This character is possibly one of the stupidest things in anything ever anyone has ever seen, but it has meaning to me because it showed me at age 12 that video games could do something different, that video games could be more, that video games could be simultaneously incredibly over-the-top, weird, and zany, while also philosophizing to you about how to live your life. And this is an example of that.
So you're the one.
I love this scene. This is one of my favorite scenes in all of video games.
I like a punctual man. Is he Dead Cell? I am Fat Man. I am the greatest that humanity has to offer. Can you hear it? Hear this rhythm? It's the rhythm of time and life. Don't you I used to hang around department store clock counters.
A fat bomb maker on rollerblades, ladies and gentlemen. When I was 12 and playing this, I thought to myself about this scene, this is everything a video game can be, is this right here. This taught me that video games could both be the dumbest thing ever and the most meaningful thing ever, because Metal Gear Solid 2, this is going to make me sound like everybody else. This is not an original take, but Metal Gear Solid 2 had such an impact on my life as a person and on how I play video games, because it is a video game that acknowledges it is a video game at every turn. The entire thing is a simulation. Even so much so that they can seriously have a fat man on roller skates fight you. That is, it's amazing.
Short. Bombs tell the time with every moment of their existence, and nothing else announces its own end with such a fanfare.
What's up, DJ Bruno?
The party's about to start.
I love this right here. I want him to say the thing. He's got to say the thing.
If you destroy the big shell, you'll never collect your
and then we'll go to the next clip.
What are you talking about?
$30 billion in
I also love the exaggerated Brooklyn accent. What are you talking about?
So that's what's going on.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you'll know soon enough. And I could care less what they plan to do. My ambitions are much more simple. To be the most famous bomber of them all.
You're nuts. No one's gonna give a damn about you.
You're
oh,
nuts.
Yes, they will. I'll go down in history as the man who beat Peter Stillman. That's the only reason I assisted them.
Like hell you beat Stillman. He had your number.
What did you say?
You have nothing of his courage. What are you laughing at?
I love how stilted this all is.
That croc died a dishonorable death.
Yes, Emred. Hey, I'm talking here.
6 months ago. The liquidation of Dead Cell.
Call it what you want. Only the right stuff survived that hell. Set me free, you know. Open the way to a new dimension. So that I can become the emperor among detonation.
So this is a Brooklyn accent, like it is, but it's like older. It's a Brooklyn accent that my grandmother had, you know?
That is why I dislike boorish military types.
Boorish.
It's time to start the party. This is how it works. I plant a bomb, and it'll explode soon after that. If you prefer to stay in one piece, you'll have to disable my bombs. Laugh and grow fat.
He said the thing, laugh and grow fat. So yeah, this scene taught me that video games could become something more. Could be a section of a game about you fighting a man on roller skates planting bombs, but also be a game that predicted the current internet back in 2002, you know? Spectacular, amazing. This was incredibly meaningful to me because the character of Fat Man broke my brain. It was meaningful to me, but a lot of people I've talked to just think of him as a stupid man on roller skates who they only mention one more time after this. Well,
I feel like you could do a great edit of this with Phil.
You could probably just insert Phil dialogue in for the Fat Man dialogue. It would work. It would totally work.
I mean, instead of the greatest bomber, the greatest streamer,
the most prolific YouTuber that ever lived. Yeah.
Instead of the man who beat, can't remember the name.
I'm the man who outlasted those motherfuckers. Yeah. It would be...
Oh no, I'm the man who beat his meat.
Yes, I beat my meat on stream. Yes. So that's meaningful to me. Astro, since you're on the troll phone, are there any specific video games or pieces of art that have any weird meaning for you that they might not for other people while we're here?
Oh God, there's
it's a tough
so
question.
many.
I know it's a tough question to answer.
I mean, Phil, I don't think there's like any that's really. I mean, okay, I would say World of Warcraft.
Okay, yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I'll never go back to it as well, because I'll never get the social connections that I got out of it like 10 years ago.
Yes.
Like, I just miss, being in a call with 24 people, 24 others, and the celebrations that you have when you... Like, we've been stuck on bosses sometimes for 6 hours straight. When you finally take that fucker down, it's great. And at the same time, it also got me a lot of contacts outside of gaming. Like, I visited Romania, I visited Serbia, I visited Denmark, all because of friends I made in the game.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about that. I had a similar experience when Elite Dangerous first came out, and I ended up making friends with people all over the world, and we would just do cargo runs together and like talk. We would just be in a call and like hanging out and talking, doing our cargo runs. We would play PvP together, and my friend's ship would get blown up by a certain guy, and we'd be like, let's go back to that system and let's fucking blow that motherfucker up. There's something really amazing that you can really only do through video games if you choose to engage with them socially. That's something that Phil doesn't do. Phil is missing out on the social aspect of almost all games he plays, and it's a real shame.
Yeah, I think ALT posted some images on Twitter after the Dead Sea Scrolls yesterday. And it was just someone talking about meeting Phil in real life, actually having to play him in a tournament, Street Fighter 4 tournament, I think.
Yeah.
And Phil just refused to even shake the guy's hand after they played a match together.
So lame. What a baby. What a baby.
I mean, he won even. But it just comes across as so smug and I'm better than you, ha ha ha.
Well, and too, like, Phil having thousands of trolls, right? That is the universe bending towards justice, because he started his life on the internet as a lonely, living at his mom's house, unemployed troll, basically. And that's what he accuses us all of being. And it's very pathetic that he, of all people, is accusing us, people with jobs, families, marriages in some cases, are like how he was. It's very, very sad. And Timothy points out he learned sportsmanship in Little League. Yeah, sportsmanship is something they teach you when you're playing sports at 9 years old. Like, come on. Go ahead, Astro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I mean, especially, because he keeps saying, like, oh, I was raised Roman Catholic. Okay, well, then you should have learned how to be humble.
Yeah, be humble and do unto others. Do unto others as you would like done unto you. There's a million ways to say it. The most common one is treat others the way you would like to be treated. And he doesn't. He treats people with the attitude of an asshole, so he's going to get it back. Absolutely. Yeah, Timo, bitter and asshole. Yes, absolutely. And Phil would never be humble. I agree with what Timo is saying. Phil would never ever be humble. Ever. Wait, hold on. Devilish says no one ever taught him that you aren't supposed to be proud of throwing tantrums. Yeah, that's also true. He's proud of, like, quote unquote speaking up. But nobody ever taught him that, like, hey, it's not cool to, like, yell and rage about everything. It just makes you look like an asshole. You have to pick your battles, and Phil is incapable of picking his battles. I want to move on to this clip real quick because it's a Starfield one. I think from last night. Yeah, last night. Because it's
I saw that one. It's
7 hours ago. This is a very good clip to watch when we're talking about what is meaningful, because it demonstrates that, like, his current day content is not meaningful and it's dog shit. It's meaningful in a way that it is for us, like you demonstrated earlier, but it's like actual dog shit. Let's watch.
Alright, so I believe this is going to be our epilogue now.
Yes, Devilish,
epilogue.
it's poop. It's poop related.
Hold on 1 second.
I am always prepared for the scat. I got the plunger ready. I actually bought a new plunger the other day, so I'm ready. Dude, that was a fart. Hold on. I'm gonna take the music down
Yes.
so that the stream can hear it better. You can hear it. You're hearing it uncut, but holy moly, dude!
I thought maybe my neighbor was running his car. Sometimes he idles his car and his.
Why wouldn't he mute the mic? Why wouldn't he mute the mic? I burp and fart and do all kinds of stuff on stream all the time, but I have a mute button on my stream deck, so it's not an issue. And anytime I have to like fix my hair or do something weird to my face, I take my camera down. It's just common courtesy, you know?
Driveway, and I was gonna be like, dude, I got my window open up here, but no, it just. I smell like a.
Yes,
burning
Timo,
smell.
that was a fart. He
I don't
got
know
up
what it
to
is. I
fart
wasn't
and then
aware
he
of
made up a
wildfire smoke
story.
in this area, so I don't really know what's causing that smell. But it smells like something
you
burning out
farted.
there.
You
Which is
literally
annoying,
farted, and now you're sniffing it.
Yeah.
My
it's
dude.
almost like it's almost like he thinks that his viewers are in the room with him and that they can smell it. It's like, yeah, I don't know why I smell
Yes.
this burning. Like, there's no wildfires around here. Like, where does the smell come from? It's like, we don't know, Phil. We can't smell it.
Yeah, we don't know. It's not smell-o-vision, motherfucker. Come on. Those gases. Yes. Yes.
Wow, look at all that detail on that water, man. What the fuck? Look at that. It looks like shit. That is atrocious. Why give you an apartment that makes the game look awful? Like, look at this. This actually looks better than this. Look at that.
So he's amazed that close-up textures are rendered in greater detail than far-away textures that 90% of the player base will never look at. That amazes him. Come on, Phil.
It's empty. It's completely unrendered, empty shit. It's terrible. It looks like a kid's like 8th grade fucking diorama.
Midlife points out, Phil would have no viewers if you could smell him. You're probably right.
I'm pretty sure I did. It had animals and shit.
He is playing on console, Devilish.
Wow. I mean, again, I'm not trying to like talk shit to the game, but I mean, I'm not being.
I have
here.
this
You
apartment
see how
on
bad this
PC,
looks, right? Look,
on
look at this
PC, and
pond.
I didn't notice this. I did not. I didn't care to even look out. I was too busy, you know, engaging with the mechanics and decorating the apartment with furniture like you're meant to. But he's like looking out the window at fucking ponds on the next tile over.
The quest line is an unrendered view of the planet. That's delightful.
Oh, dude! Did you guys see that? The way the floor. Look at the floor. Look at the way the hardwood floor and like the wall paint pops in. This is atrocious right here.
Planet. That's delightful.
Holy shit! That pop in is bad. Play on a PC, my dude. Play on a PC.
Oh my god. What a fucking idiot. In the future, this is your fridge, huh?
No, M-Red, do you remember he played on PC for a while and he couldn't do that right? He couldn't do. We should. Well, you know what? After this clip is done, I'm gonna pull up the clips of him trying to play Battlefield on PC. It's so fucking funny.
My real life fridge is bigger. That's pretty funny.
Speaking of PC, after this, I'm gonna go play Cyberpunk because I can't stop playing that game now. It's so
What's
good.
the purpose of the 2 sinks?
Oh yeah, I think I'm about to unlock Phantom Liberty, and I can't wait.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you have to get through the prologue at least to unlock Phantom Liberty. So.
And you need to do the whole stuff with the Voodoo Boys as well.
Oh, okay. So you have to do the Pacifica quest line. Okay, it makes sense because Dogtown is basically in Pacifica.
Mirror doesn't function. Look. That's great.
Oh yeah, 1 million. I'm a
Yeah,
millionaire.
Devilish knows the one I'm talking about. He's playing Battlefield Hardline, I think, and he can't get into a game because he doesn't know how the server browsing or the matchmaking works. It's great. I'm gonna find it.
Holy shit! I got so much money. I love.
I'm gonna search for it now in my other tab real
Hold
quick.
on, is this his bathroom? Oh my. Irvin was a dirty guy, man. He broke his. Look at this. He broke his mirror. He shat in his. He shat in his shower. Look, he sprayed it. Oh my god. Oh shit. Damn, man. Maybe it's good that he lived alone. You guys didn't share this apartment, right? Holy shit.
All right, we've got some solid leads.
Wow, there's eruptive personality, if you know what I mean. Retro Jim Cheese, you think I make too many poop jokes? Actually, no. I should make way more poop jokes, I feel.
No.
I think that there's a lot more comedy there that I'm missing out on because I'm very lenient on the poop joke. I need to make a lot more starting.
No.
You know what? That's my third resolution now for 2020. Thank you very much.
No other streamer makes poop jokes, by the way. No other streamer does this that I know
Jim,
of.
you've given me new direction for 2021.
Like, I feel like
new
like
direction. I'm gonna make
a
as
poop
many
joke or
poop jokes as
whatever.
humanly
Like
possible.
sometimes it
That
fits,
sounds like a plan. Actually.
but then it's like this rare thing, and it needs to be like it needs to be fitting and a bit of a smart joke, not just like haha shit.
You're right. Good poop jokes exist. They exist. But Phil, that's the only card he plays. I think that's the thing that's annoying with Phil. It's the only safe joke, so he just hits it over and over and over again until it's dead.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how some streamers can actually do the same stuff that Phil does, and people don't mind.
Well,
Like
because
if you watch,
it's so much about delivery, right? Like I was talking with Mr. Merch of the Misery Merchant, and we were talking in DMs about how Phil's problem with his attempted comedy is, one, his timing is off 100% of the time, and he has no confidence in the jokes he's presenting, and it comes through. The fear comes through when he's trying to deliver a joke. So even the jokes that are decent never hit because he's a poor delivery mechanism, basically. Go ahead, Astro. I'm sorry.
He has to explain everything as well. But
yeah,
like,
if you have to explain the joke, don't tell it. That's usually my model. So
yeah, it's like sometimes I watch Sir Moist videos.
Sure.
And like he'll burp into his microphone out of nowhere, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone mention it.
Yeah, it's because the moist burp never became a meme, you know?
And he does it like casually and just moves on. Like with Phil, it's either leaning into the mic, leaning away from the mic, always commenting on it. Like just do it and move on.
Yes, exactly. Like he brings attention to it when he goes, "Oh my god, that was disgusting." Like burps happen on stream. They're gonna happen. Oh fuck. You know what? We'll watch this. I found clips. New PC day 1 testing is what we'll watch after this.
Look at this thing. What is that? Oh shit!
I.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch!
Yo! There's this stupid meme that my laugh sounds like ack. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I laugh, do I say ack?
I go ha 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 ha. What's up, Ziggy?
No, I don't. I so
yeah,
or, or little things like that. It depends on what's going on in the game. But I never say ack. I've never said it once ever. I just realized
it's factually untrue.
Is the best way to describe all the people in my life that are annoying.
Factually untrue.
I don't use that word pest, but now I'm going to start using
that
word pest all the time.
Never devilish face, exactly, even though we have it documented so many times. Never.
Really? Wow, what a comeback. What a comeback, dude.
All right, we're talking about Phil's PC gaming. This is not the exact clip I want, but I'm sure it's good. This one is from DSP Gaming himself, and it's called New PC Day 1 Testing. Let's rip into it.
What is going on, everyone?
Oh my lord, he's gonna need a booster.
DSP here, and
now that's too loud.
Farting around with my new PC. So
there we go.
Also, the stream can't see it.
Yep, I'm gonna pull it over. I need to pull it over to a different window.
I'd like to belch.
There it is.
There it is. Right now. After that, I'd like to do a
what we were just saying. What you just said about the burp.
I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough of my PC, things that I found, questions that I have, because I've been out of the PC.
I don't think this is Rage specifically, Merch. I don't think so. That clip is out there. Actually, let me get that clip.
The way that this is working, just so you know, I am recording my television screen. As you can see, my
so
computer
dented.
is hooked up through the HDMI port in the graphics card to my TV. Okay? Now, right off the bat, my first question, because I've been messing with this for a little bit and I can't really figure it out. The
I found the rage clip. I found the rage clip. We'll watch that after this.
Onboard audio on the motherboard doesn't come into effect when you're using HDMI, because the HDMI comes out of the graphics card. So my number one.
This is false. You can specify onboard audio. You have to have something plugged into it. He probably has nothing plugged into it, because a lot of the jacks on motherboards, even back then, are smart. Even the headphone jacks, they can detect if you have something plugged into it. So he's wrong.
Question is, here it is. This is the Sony AV Amp 1 high definition audio.
He does play TF2, Ziggy. I remember that. I remember.
To my receiver right now. That's where
And
it's
he
going.
gets trolled during
working,
TF. That's a brilliant. That's a brilliant video.
Sound, and I'm not sure how to get it to fix, because look, I click on it, and when I go to configure, the only option it gives me is stereo.
Yeah, I was doing a Rageathon that he played TF2.
If maybe
I believe
you can
so.
only do stereo sound through a graphics card, I have no idea.
No, it's doing stereo sound. I'm an audio guy, so this annoys me. It's outputting in stereo. It's outputting in stereo because you're passing through graphics card to HDMI, HDMI to TV, and the TV, unless plugged into a receiver, will always intake stereo unless you otherwise specify. So the graphics card is defaulting to stereo. It's pushing his signal to the TV in stereo because there's no receiver, and then the TV out is going to push stereo. It's very basic.
If that's the case, I may try to run a optical audio cable from the PC to my receiver and see how that works.
He's right. He's right about that. You can run SpeedIF to the receiver and then get around this problem that way. I've had this exact same issue, but it's very easy to solve.
Because right now I don't believe I have any optical audio running to the receiver. I think it has a free port for it. But I don't know. I don't know how it works. So if anyone can answer that question for me or figure out how to configure that. But right now I have no idea how to get.
Yeah, Timo, good point. He would likely need a dedicated sound card to recode to 5.1. That's how I would do it.
So it's going to be doing Dolby Pro Logic for everything.
But honestly, for YouTube uploads, I don't find surround very useful because most YouTube uploads are just going to be mixed down to stereo anyway. You're going to hear stereo on a YouTube stream. Like there's surround would only benefit him, not his audience.
And I always have had Steam, and my name is Darkside Phil on there, duh. But I know nothing about adding friends.
Yes, he used to build PCs. Thank you for pointing that out, Timothy.
On Xbox and everything else, don't go nuts sending me friend requests.
We've been thoroughly derailed, but I love this.
But one thing I want to say before we even get started on it.
Yeah, he's like, don't you dare fucking friend me. Don't you do that.
Chris and Teo, because they were saying that they should have got a better graphics card for this computer, and not worried so much about the processor or the RAM. Well, the bottom line is this. As you can tell, this video is being recorded in 720p. The reason is, even though YouTube does support 1080p, it has a lot of problems with it. And, you know, there are a lot of people who upload in 1080p, but not for full playthroughs, you know? These are the people who are, like, on Machinima doing...
There's no reason not to upload in 1080p. There's no reason not to. Because YouTube scales the quality to your resolution. So even if you record at, let's say, 720p, if you upload at 1080p and you scale it, you will have a higher bitrate on YouTube for the playback. That's how it works. That's why a lot of people, even though they record or stream at 1080p, a lot of people will scale it up to 1440p because 1440p actually does secretly give you a better bitrate for playback on YouTube. I don't bother to do that because with AV1 you don't really notice a whole ton of a difference if you're mostly streaming, but I know a lot of people that work with 1080p video and they resize it to 1440 for that exact reason.
Compilation videos of a game or a single match of Call of Duty 1.
Devilish, file sizes aren't bad. If you use AV1, file sizes aren't bad.
Issues, okay? It took way too
I record AV1 in 1440 for like hours at a time with very small file sizes. If you have questions, talk to Prophet. He knows everything.
So until YouTube can convince me that they've really mastered the.
I mean, I think it's file sizes specifically with fraps back in the day.
Oh yeah, actually yeah. Oh
those
yeah,
were
you know what?
huge.
Because he is using fraps. Well, because fraps would, I think, encode everything to AVI by default, and AVI files are huge. They're pretty high quality if you configure your resolution and your bit depth properly for video and audio, but fuck, they're huge file sizes, and it's a resource hog. I remember fraps being a huge resource hog.
Freaking out saying, "Oh my god, the graphics."
We are so spoiled with OBS. OBS is a very efficient platform for recording and streaming. We're very lucky, and it's free.
Running in 720p anyway at max settings, and from what I can tell, we're gonna run some tests today. But from what I can tell, this computer is more than powerful.
When was this? This was. I'm gonna check the data on this. This was 2011. I was running shit on my PC at 1080p, no problem, in 2011. So his bullshit about like most things are going to be running at 720 is false. You could run, you could have PC. I knew people that were running shit at 1080p in like 99. Like it was doable. You could do it if you brute force the hardware. It's always better to have more headroom when you're building a computer than less. If you're on a budget, that's one thing. But Phil, at this point in 2011, basically had, for all intents and purposes, an unlimited amount of money for his build. He honestly should have just gone with like a reputable system integrator like NZXT or something and just said, here's $5,000, build me a PC, and they would have shipped him something that was really beefy and powerful. I don't know the fuck why he did this, other than to feel like he was helping someone out, because that makes him look good.
Handle it.
I mean, I think the biggest issue with Phil and his PCs wasn't really the hardware, it was just how he did the encoding.
Yeah.
Like, instead of on the front end, he did it on the back end, and he would basically bottleneck his entire system.
Yes, exactly. He created bottlenecks. And you know what? You know who was doing amazing capture shit back at this time that he could have talked to? Howard. Howard was doing, if you go and you look at Howard's stuff, Howard was doing amazing shit with capturing arcade cabinets, passing them through to a laptop, and then passing them back out to a monitor, and then back out to a stream. Like, Howard had all of this encoding shit figured out back then. He could have just talked to Howard, and Howard would have squared him away, like, easily. But Phil is an antisocial moron.
I mean, wasn't it John and Howard that set up his OBS back in the day, and that's why he refuses to update anything?
Yes. John, yes, that's a good point. John did set his OBS profiles before he left Connecticut. John made his streaming and his encoding profiles. He doesn't know how the fuck anything works, so that's why he refuses to get a new PC. I can't wait for his PC just to not turn on. That is going to be a day, folks, and I'll be there laughing the whole way.
I'm honestly surprised that thing hasn't caught fire.
Well,
he never turns it off because he's afraid it'll never turn on again. That's why he never turns it off.
Yeah, but it's also never been cleaned in over 10 years.
It's gonna catch fire. Odds are it's gonna catch fire.
People were complaining that there was too much RAM in it anyway, so fuck off. There's only 8 gigs. But anyway.
There's only 8 gigs because one of the sticks is not seated properly. Prophet pointed this out a million times. He needs to reseat the DIMM sticks, and he won't because he's afraid to open up. Go ahead.
Is there a thing as too much RAM?
No. Never. You can never have enough RAM. I speak from experience as someone who edits, 2 and 3 hour long videos. You can never have enough fucking RAM if you're putting stuff on YouTube.
I digress. I'm hoping I can figure out what that is. I'm already talking with a couple people trying to figure out what the hell the problem is with that. Okay? Now, outside of the initial problems that I've had with the audio and the RAM, everything seems to be running very smoothly, and as you can see, as I said, I have Steam open. Now, by the way, there is a Steam
Red points out he's never gotten 9 years out of any PC parts that drive is clinging to. Yeah, the hard drive should have failed by now, statistically, because the healthy life of a hard drive of a spinning hard drive, a platter drive, a disk drive, as they say, is anywhere from 2 to 5 years, right? And Phil has almost doubled that. I would love to run like a crystal disk diagnostic on his system just to see how much life the utility predicts that drive has left. That drive has got to be end of life. If you run it through any hard drive diagnostic, the system is going to say this drive is end of life. Change it, change it, change it.
Created on my website, thekingofhate.com, and I will give you more information about that when I figure it out. Right now, I know nothing about it at all. I know that it exists, but I don't know like what the login is. I don't know what the group name is. I'm sure you can find information on this on my website, thekingofhate.com. So if you want to go check it out,
yeah, it is. It's definitely a platter drive.
Yes, I am going to join that group.
It's probably a slow one too. It's probably like a blue. It's probably a blue or a green drive. It's probably like 5200 RPM. They probably went with something cheap because I'm gonna sound like Phil. Back in the day, you didn't really need a fast hard drive to play games because games were not optimized for fast drives. Now, I can't imagine playing any game not off of an M.2 drive because so many games are designed now for M.2 because of consoles. So I couldn't imagine playing games off of a platter drive right now. 5200? Wow. I at least was running, so I would at least run Caviar Black drives in my systems back at that time because one, they last a long time and they're fast. If you're not going to get an SSD, either one of the two recommendations I have, get a WD Red drive because WD Red drive is a NAS storage standard that is built for long-lasting use, so it'll at least last a long time, and you'll get decent speeds off of it. Ideally, you would buy the biggest Caviar Black drive you can get in your price range. That's what I would have done if I was Phil.
It'll be worth it, especially if I do co-op gameplay or anything in the future. It'll behoove you to be part of that group. Now, as you can see, my Steam is open, and you're probably all jizzed in your pants already if you can read. I don't know if you
jizzed in your pants. Sure. Okay.
I do have games for Steam. Back when I used to be a PC gamer, I owned several different games on Steam, including Counter-Strike Source, Half-Life 2. Not all the expansions for Half-Life 2, but just
everybody owns those games. That's not special. It's not
just the original. And Portal, I actually got a free copy of Portal when I bought my gaming laptop last year before the HDMI port fucking blew out on it.
Portal was free at this time. Portal 1 was free. You could just download it at this time. He's wrong.
I actually wanted to do a playthrough of the original Portal. I was planning on doing it until the HDMI port blew out. And actually last night I bought Team Fortress 2 because I used to play that on Xbox. I like it a lot. It's a fun game. And so I did get Team Fortress 2, and we're going to be farting around
Team Fortress 2.
But for this first video, what I think I'd like to do, there's a benchmarking program that I downloaded. And what I think I would like to do is run the benchmarking program, if I can find it. It's called Performance Test. And I got the 64-bit version of it. And I'd like to run that and basically show you some of the stats of my computer, okay?
Stats.
And how it performs, even with just the 8 gigs.
Also, he means specs, not stats. That's... I hate the way he talks about computers, y'all.
I think a lot of people were very negative and skeptical.
I mean, I think you can leave out about computers. Just say, I hate the way he talks.
Yeah, I hate the way he talks, because I do. I hate the way he talks. That's a good point.
Idiots. Don't make your software shareware if you don't want people to get it for free. So anyway.
Wait, what did he say? What is he?
Don't make your software shareware if you don't want people to use it for free.
I'll send you $24, you idiots.
No, he doesn't understand the difference between like shareware and nagware. Like he's thinking of like WinRAR. WinRAR is a good example of a software that nags you to pay for it, but you don't actually like they don't care if you don't pay for it, you know? It's the same thing with this, you know?
I mean, I think it was because the software was like, hey, if you want to donate some money or whatever.
Yeah.
For free. So anyway.
Well, it's like I use virtual cables, and the developer that makes the VB cable, they'll give you their they'll give you their utilities for free, but they're like, hey, you consider donating to us. The virtual cables make my streams go. I couldn't do my streams without the virtual cables, so I gave them some money. Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah,
Be nice.
I mean, the thing is as well, the way he reacts to this software, you could react to his content.
It's the same as tipping. People could say that exact same thing when he says tip me. Be like, your shit's free, man. I'm already watching ads. Get the fuck out of here. Like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that was basically what I was gonna say.
Yeah. So. Why would anybody tip him? Why would anybody tip him after hearing this?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to up the brightness a little bit.
Up
so
the
you can
brightness.
See it a little better.
Okay.
I don't know if this is too bright now. Shit. All right, that just looks good. So we're gonna run this benchmark. Yes, I want to continue. And so what this is gonna do, it's gonna run several tests on the PC, determining different stats and such. And just to give you an idea of what I did yesterday, because I was pretty damn busy yesterday. I first of all,
here's Phil looking busy.
Waiting for this PC to show up, I played Mortal Kombat, and I played 32 online matches of Mortal Kombat, and the game sucks online. It's fucking horrible. It's the last.
Ah, yes, Timothy, cow tipping.
It was still fun, and that's over on
I love
DSPR
cow tipping.
And then as I was playing it, near the end of my session, this PC showed up. And as you can see, this will run a test. It's going to do all kinds of crazy rendering and stuff. But this PC showed up.
Wasn't Battlefield 3 out at this time? Hold on, I'm going to look. Because if you wanted to know Battlefield 3, if you wanted to know how shit would... Yeah, Battlefield 3 was out at this time. If he wanted to know how shit would perform, he should have just booted up. He should have just bought a PC copy of Battlefield 3, booted that up, and ran the benchmark for Battlefield 3 or Crysis. Those two were basically the standard. He could have made this way easier on himself to see how his PC would actually play games.
And I went ahead and kind of stopped recording. I did a couple more matches, and then I kind of stopped so that I could unpack this thing. I did an unpacking video, which you probably have already seen on DSP Gaming. If you haven't, go check it out. But yeah, but then I didn't have a chance to do anything with this PC because I had to get some food, I had some stuff to do, and then I had to play LA Noire. I wanted to play my daily dose of LA Noire over on Red Dead DSP.
He's so busy.
I had to upload all the footage, and I realized, oh shit, I can't hook up my new PC till I'm done uploading on my old.
Yeah, like this doesn't look like a benchmark that would tell you the efficacy of your PC playing games. Like he had The Witcher 2, didn't he? He should have just installed Witcher 2 and ran that benchmark.
PC, so I really didn't even get to touch this PC till like
look at those balls.
3 or 4 in the morning.
Go ahead.
Also, I feel like you can still run games pretty decently off of HDDs.
Yeah, you can.
Like, I mean,
it's going crazy rendering 3D.
I got myself a Western Digital WD Blue 2 terabyte SATA 6 earlier this year, and Cyberpunk loads without issues, like just almost instantly.
Yeah, it makes sense. That Cyberpunk would. But I know that like Horizon Forbidden West is coming to PC. I believe that is going to have a requirement for an M.2 drive. Because so much of that original game was optimized for M.2.
Yeah, I know my C drive is an M.2.
I'm going to be playing on here, since I'm going to be playing them in 720p. I can pretty much max out
I'm running 5 M.2 drives. I'm insane.
Sweet. Like the FPS is super high on them.
I have one for video capture, one for editing, one for games, one for the OS, and one for like documents and like pictures and stuff. And then I have a passport drive that all that shit backs up to. So.
Testing the memory, even though it's only going to detect 8 gigs of memory.
Yeah, also Phil saying that he couldn't get back into PC building because so much has changed. Like everything became easier, not harder.
Yes, it is. Yes, PC built like motherboard manufacturers and CPU manufacturers, even like all-in-one coolers have all-in-one water cooling is a thing. It really wasn't back then. but now it is. Because I used to be afraid of water cooling, like back around this time, and this is around the time AIOs started coming out for water cooling. And a friend of mine is like, just buy an all-in-one. You'll never have to touch the water loop. You just install it and it's done. It's one piece. You install the radiator on the front of your case, and then you put the circular cooler on your CPU socket, and you're fucking done. So yeah, Phil, if I can do it, Phil can do it.
Screen capture.
Yeah, I mean,
This is my camera.
I've never built anything PC wise. Like I usually just like I paid for the assembly cost and everything.
Sure.
And over the last 2 years, with the help of some YouTube videos, I managed to replace my GPU, my CPU, put in more RAM, put in an extra drive, change my CPU cooler. Like all without issue.
Oh, you can look anything up on YouTube.
Recorded in 1080p, and it took fucking 100 years to upload to YouTube because it was retarded. So
But then again, Phil doesn't know how to Google, so.
Take a look at the results.
See, he just said that a YouTube upload was retarded in 1080p. That's because you don't know how to encode your stuff efficiently. I was uploading shit in 1080p to YouTube on a channel I no longer own back then. It's like, it's not hard.
If you're watching this in 480p or lower, you'll probably won't be able to read.
But I was also using a college LAN network that was like super fast. My college had gigabit fiber in 2011, so it was ridiculous.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment I'm running on shitty Wi-Fi. Like, I noticed that Discord and the stream started lagging, so I actually swapped to my mobile hotspot.
Oh, that's good of you. I appreciate that.
The game has a shitty save system, so I need to leave the PS3 on overnight or something. But I still want to watch a movie. I could use the PC to watch it. So, and it was a good point. A lot of people were saying in a year or two, games might actually be coming on Blu-ray for the PC. They might not come on DVD anymore. So here we are.
And as it turns out, games are still coming on DVD when you buy them for PC. They're still coming on DVD if they get printed physically for PC at all. So he was wrong about everything. Now it's all downloads.
Score. What does this mean?
Yeah, I mean, I got an NZXT case. I think the H510.
I have the same one. Yeah, I have the same one. It doesn't even have drive bays. They're like, no, fuck you. You're not putting a drive in here. You have a couple USB ports and line in and headphone out on the top, but they're like, fuck you. There's no space for drives. I have an external Blu-ray drive that I occasionally use. It's a burner, so if I need to burn something to a disc, I've got it.
Yes, that's my page. Don't fucking upload anything. I'm gonna go to system and read you the stats. So it says this is Win 64-bit Windows 7.0. Passmark rating was 2307. It's got a Sabertooth X58 motherboard.
Okay, that's a decent motherboard actually.
BIOS, blah blah blah. Intel Core i7 950 at 3.0.
The fact that he's running fraps and everything, and he's still filming this with a camcorder is just peak DSP.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he is currently recording fraps. Fuck, Phil.
The memory right now, it's saying that I only have 8 gigs of RAM, and it says I have almost 6 gigs available. So I have to figure out what the hell's going on with that. It's got a couple hard drives in the sub.
Your system will never say you have the maximum amount of RAM in your system available. That's how it works. That's how memory allocation works. Because it has to allocate a certain portion of the RAM to even run that test and run your system. So RAM gets walled off. He used to build PCs? Fuck him. No, he didn't.
I'm not really going to pay too much attention to all the hard drive information. Who gives a shit? And then there's your graphics card, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 460. So, summarizing it, okay, it's got all kinds of different scores, blah, blah, blah. And if you understand these scores, congratulations, because I don't know what the fuck it is. But what I really care about is 3D graphics, okay? This is what I care about.
Yes, Timothy, he literally doesn't know the difference between his GPU and CPU. And he doesn't understand why RAM is walled off.
Low settings for a game.
Why can't I use all 8 gigs, dude?
0.3 frames per second. Medium, settings for any game, 1215.5 frames per second, and then complex, which basically means max the fuck out of everything, 67.7 frames per second.
Darkseid Afloat. I doubt that he even built a PC in the 2000s. My theory is he made some modifications to an existing PC, but he didn't do a full build. He didn't. Because if he did a full build and he had to pick parts from the ground up, he would have known something about compatibility. Now he has no idea.
DP, as you can see right here, 1920 by 1080 by 32.
Oh, perfect.
Hertz.
As soon as this, we'll have a couple minutes after this ends, and then after I cut this stream, you guys are going to be redirected to that being said. So if you want to watch that being said, you can stay here.
Rendering test. And
I'm going to redirect you over.
It's a little lower. It's 41. I expected that for DirectX 10. Everything right now.
Dropping the kids off at Papa ALT's house when we're done.
It's pretty much.
I mean, I think you mean Granddad ALT.
Yeah, Grandpa ALT. Yeah, you're right.
I'm wondering if there's a way, because this TV is 120 hertz. I'm wondering if there's a way to enable 120 hertz in my advanced settings, but I really have no freaking clue. Monitor.
There's no.
Oh, here we go.
There's no gain for enabling 120 hertz at the system level. The game settings can override the system settings. That's a better way to do it, because you're choking unnecessary resources by enabling 120 hertz at the system level where you're just fucking clicking in Windows. I've never found that to be advantageous.
Oh. Nope. Look at this. It doesn't even have the option. It just stays at 60 hertz. So another question for everyone is, I have a 120 hertz monitor. I know this
Ooh,
TV is
Ziggy.
120 hertz. Is there any way
Ziggy has a great theory that someone handheld him through PC building. Probably Howard. Howard knows a lot about PC building.
Only 8 gigs of RAM working. I'm going to try to get the 16 gigs working, but it's a fucking beast. 67 frames per second.
Maybe Howard was working on the PC and he let, Phil just plug in one cable and say, look, I can build PCs, guys.
Oh, yeah. He plugged in the power cables to the motherboard and the GPU, which is like the easiest thing to do.
Results here.
Or just held a flashlight for Howard, how kids help their dad out when they're working on the car.
Here, Phil, hold these screws for me. Hold my case screws. That's what Phil did.
I'm going to jump into a couple games. We're going to do a demo a couple games with Fraps and see how
with
they work
Fraps
out and go from there.
All right. So I want like a short clip to end you guys with. Say don't play Stalker. Oh, we didn't get to that. I'll have to get to that another time. 7 years of debunking. We didn't get to that. I don't know. I think, well, they're probably not going to start until 11:30, so how must we kill time a couple more minutes before then? So let's do this, and do this, and then do this, and then... I'm just going to see what YouTube feeds me.
Since you and Lefty are admins now, I just want to have it on record that Lefty has amazing hair and he's totally not bald, and I'm not on thin ice. Okay?
Yeah, the mustache is magnificent. It's a good stash for sure. You're not on thin ice. You're not on thin ice. We are the counter intelligence division. That's why our icons are Sunglass Phil, because we're basically the CIA. Oh wow. Merch sent something. Okay, 6:57. Thank you, Merch. We're going in here, and we're gonna need to boost this shit because his audio is whack.
Hello everyone, Darkside Phil here, and I know that people are getting pissed off when I make
the
videos
sway
like this on DSP Gaming.
Sway back and forth, back and forth.
Anymore, but the bottom line is this: whenever I make a video like this on DSP Gaming, it gets massive attention.
Massive.
And it actually seems to work. What I mean is, when I'm trying to actually direct attention to something that I've talked about for several months, and people seem to have ignored, it seems to work. And so, if you don't want to hear about what I'm talking about, which is my new reviews over on the King of Hate Vlogs channel, you can leave.
Oh yeah, he's drunk. The King of Hate Vlogs channel.
Review right now. So here's the deal.
He's so far gone.
Back
This was a good find, Merch.
I lost my job in 2010. Okay, I used to do game reviews called the Hateful Truth Video Game Review Series, and you know, they were things I did in my free time. This was, you know, over the course of 2000.
I don't think he's standing up. Keep in mind, he's sitting in a chair. He's sitting in a chair and he's swaying this much. I don't think this is a standing position. This is fucked up, man.
I mean, I wonder if there's also just that the camcorder is just too heavy and he just can't balance it.
Yes, it could be. It might not have image stabilization. There's a whole number of factors. He's definitely in a sitting position. But he, like, can't hold it. And he's holding it with his left hand, I think, because he's mousing. So he is holding it from his offside? From his offhand?
Over the course of this series, I've done over 100, if I can check here, 116, yeah, 116 game
Oh,
reviews,
Ziggy points out this is why he rebranded his old channel instead of making a new one. Okay.
The vast majority of them have been without game footage, okay? But
Because he had built-in engagement, basically, for DSP Reacts.
fans have told me, Phil, we want you to actually...
Oh yeah, his ego would never allow him to make a new channel that starts out with 0 subscribers, because the moment he gets like 100, only 100, it would break him.
Yeah, he doesn't want the analytics of starting fresh. That would kill him. Although, I think he could get up to 1K in days. It would only take him a few days. I don't think 1K would be a problem for him, but he'd have to apply for the partnership program again, and I don't think he wants to do that. It's a process.
Before DSP Gaming, I had a channel called
I mean, yeah, 1K would be easy, but then like 80% of those would be trolls and larpers.
Yeah, it would be troll socks.
The past 2 weeks, I've put out 2 major game reviews. One was Anarchy Reigns, and I put it out with video footage.
Oh, the hand. I love the silhouetted hand.
That one, that was a game that no one cared about, so that's not your fault. You know, just
Don't worry, everybody. After this, my stream will redirect to TBS, so you're good to wait here.
This week, I reviewed Devil May Cry. This is a game that everyone, I think, is interested in finding
Yeah,
out.
Timothy, they could be OIC socks. A lot of them.
I've got video footage in there. I've got full screen footage with audio. There's actually audio of the game playing here.
Audio.
I'm talking about major game points. This is something that took me, and I'm not exaggerating, probably about 5 to 6 hours, if not more, to edit. And I know people are
5 hours?
Phil, well, you know, anyone
Wait,
else could do,
5 hours? That's not a 5-hour edit. What's up, Skull?
Video editor.
How are you, man?
I mean, it is for Phil.
It is for Phil. But it shouldn't take him 5 hours. His KO Gaming reviews are like 90-minute edits. I could do those edits in 90 minutes. They're not hard.
Because people told me, oh, Phil, play Devil May Cry, review Devil May Cry. I did.
Oh yeah, merch. This is a literal Dick Stroke and Phil vlog. I didn't even put that together.
Are in congruence with me putting in this amount of effort, okay? I'm being completely honest with everyone. I'm not trying to badmouth anyone. I'm not being negative.
I mean, he's not wrong. High effort typically does mean high views, but at some point they're bad because people were doing this. People were doing the gameplay, the highly edited gameplay reviews. They were doing it better than Phil. That's why. That's why he lost.
To a vlogs only channel, and a lot of people, oh, Phil, you only have 19,000 subscribers over there. Well, guess
Big ups
what?
to Ask Jeeves. He's got the Ask Jeeves bar.
Almost 2 full days
Wow.
ago, there's my views. Okay, that's not enough to support the amount of work that I put into it. And I'm sorry, but I'm being honest with everyone. If you
Listen to
wanna
this
continue to
glib
see
motherfucker. My work warrants more views. Listen to him.
with that amount of work,
Goddamn.
I need to see that people are watching them.
Do Leslie and I complain when our stuff gets low views? No, we just do better next time. We don't mention it.
He's not even complaining about the low views. He's complaining that those views don't make him enough money.
Yes, you're right. You took it a step further. Yeah. I don't get paid enough for the work I put in. Well, that's a you problem, man.
Okay? I'm not some guy sitting in front of his computer with his eyes squinted. He's got headphones on. He's using direct capture. And he's, You know, he's an expert at video editing. That's why he got into it. And he doesn't care about video games. He's only here to just fucking put out videos.
You don't have to be a video editing expert to learn video editing.
To inform and entertain you. And I want to continue to do that. I'm not
saying
I'm saying if you want this, I need to.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you could literally start out on YouTube by editing in Windows Movie Maker and make decent quality videos.
You can. I know people that have done that. Yes. And also DaVinci Resolve. You have no excuse not to download Resolve and just go.
The end of the year, even
just start.
The end of the year, okay? The end of the year, when no one really cared about what I was putting out because they were burnt out on my content. 25,000, 18,000, you know?
18,000.
I need to know that people care. So please, support me.
Please.
Let me know. If you don't care, you don't care.
I wish my soundboard was set up. It's not. I need to reset.
You gotta let me know that you care, and I need people to come over to the King of Hate vlogs and to watch this kind of video. I hope this is informative. I hope that for the first time some people their eyes are opening. Holy shit. Phil's coming back. Phil made the old style video. Yeah, he did. So please go over there and watch, and we'll see what happens. So thank you, everyone, for your time. Peace.
This is him today. This is exactly how he talks today. Guys, I need people to watch the Halloween react. I need people to do this, do that. Wow. Holy shit. He hasn't changed.
I mean, if he would make that video nowadays, he would basically just say, I need that buy-in from you guys.
Yes, I need your buy-in. We got to get you kids over to that being said. But Astro, thanks for coming on, and thank you, chat, for chilling and having fun with me with all the positivity today. Really appreciate it. Big ups to all the members, and have fun. At that being said, I'm gonna go and I don't know, go out for a milkshake or something. I'm gonna go touch some grass. But big ups, everybody. Thank you for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries. Bye-bye, everyone.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. You are fucked. Clip this one, bitches. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you. Coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Sound good?
Coming for you.
Fair enough?
Coming for you.
Alright.
You need Jesus. Please talk about boys. I'm looking. Please talk about punk ass bitches. I'm looking. We come from the bottom, and he cleans us off, and he raises us up. Raises us up. A man can lay with a man, but it's reached a point of, I believe, sexual attraction for Philip.
Enough with the being completely unfair to me and trying to make it out like I'm a villain. Go fuck yourselves. Literally, lick the shit in my asshole. I don't care about any of you. You're all insignificant humans. None of you will ever do anything with your lives. Get fucked.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.